next concept is what is the functionalities of operating system. So I have already mentioned here, these are some functions with, or you can say some tasks performed by the operating system so that it is very flexible for user to use access those hardware. So my first function is resource manager. See, I have already explained you by taking an example how operating system is known as resource manager. See, if I am the single person who accessing my system, then I really don't need a resource governor. But when 3 to multiple users are requesting or accessing a single information or single data or single hardware, that time operating system role is very vital. Means that is usually happen in server level. Means in our server where multiple user wants a particular data, means want to access particular hardware. That time operating system acts as a resource manager. Means operating system acts as a resource manager means it will provide authority to which user to access that particular data for what particular amount of time, and after finishing those tasks operating system will again take back that resource from that user and it assign that particular task or hardware to the another user. So the time these are the time, मतलब कितने टाइम में ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम हार्डवेयर को एक यूजर को एक्सेस करने के लिए देता है, फिर उसके पास से वापस लेता है, दूसरे यूजर को देता है एक्सेस करने के लिए. सो इसको रिसोर्स मैनेजमेंट कहते हैं. सो दिस टास्क इज परफॉर्म्ड बाय द ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम ओनली. इट मीन्स सिस्टम पे ज्यादा लोड नहीं आए, लोड ज्यादा ना हो, लोड कम ना हो और सिस्टम के बीच में एक बैलेंस बना रहे. तो ये जो बैलेंस होता है ये दिस इज बिकॉज ऑफ ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम विच मेक्स द बैलेंस बिटवीन द यूजर, balance between all the resources. Now our next concept is process management. See, in my system, suppose I am typing some Word document. I am at the same time I am opening my VLC media player. At the same time I am performing some online gaming operation. So 3 to 4 processes I have opened in my system. So this is efficiently done by operating system. Because of the operating system I can manage all the tasks. Means the operating system manage all the tasks. So this is done by the CPU scheduling mechanism. So see here, every task which I have mentioned here, for these tasks there is a mechanism working behind it. So for process management CPU scheduling concept is there. CPU scheduling means कौन से प्रोसेस कितने टाइम में एग्जीक्यूट होगा जो सिस्टम में मैंने ओपन किया है, ये सब डिसाइड करता है सीपीयू. सीपीयू मैंने ऑलरेडी आपको बोला था कि गोल में मेन गोल ऑफ ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम इज द मैक्सिमम यूटिलाइजेशन ऑफ सीपीयू. सो हियर इफ आई हैव ओपन 3 to 4 process, then which process will execute first, which process will prioritize first, which process will give what amount of memory, what amount of space, and in which what particular duration a process is executed, all are done by the CPU. So and CPU scheduled first which task will, this is the CPU scheduling known as the CPU scheduling. So process management works on the mechanism of CPU scheduling, and how this CPU scheduling occurs, it also works by performing some algorithm. So behind the CPU scheduling there is some algorithm by which the process management task accomplished. Our next concept is storage management. Storage management is particularly based upon, this is my hard disk, that is secondary memory. Because in my secondary memory, suppose I want to store my data permanently, so definitely I will hard disk. So this concept is coming under storage management. So how the data is stored in the hard disk, that is also done by operating system, and behind this also a mechanism is there. So this mechanism is done by the file management system. File management system. So here also FICS, FINS, NIS, these are some file management algorithm. File management system are multiple file management system are there. Those who are actually managing the hard disk for storing the data, and this task is known as the storage management. Our next concept is memory management. Memory management means our main memory. Here while we are talking about storage management, the difference between storage management and memory management, see, while we are talking about storage management, there is no particular constraint for there, but here memory management, yes, there is a constraint specified. we are using RAM, that is primary memory, that is the limitation of size. See, whenever the process, any kind of process are executing, first it comes to RAM and after that CPU schedule the entire processes. So how the data are executed inside this RAM, so that in what amount of time a process will execute, so that and RAM assign करता है वो job जो, so that कि RAM से वो CPU लेके job को execute करता है. This concept is known as the memory management concept. Now next concept is interact with the different hardware. You know, operating system is so flexible that whenever you can, any user from any system, it can interact very easily with any kind of hardware. So this flexibility is only happened because of the operating system. Next concept is our security. Security means if our system should be password protected, means an authenticate user should use our systems in order to avoid and those who are accessing the system unnecessarily. So if you are providing the password, then I only the user can access my document or access my data. So this security is only password हम लोग जो देते हैं वो भी operating system की वजह से ही होता है. और also system को password protected कर सकते हैं. File, if I want to if I am creating a file folder and also I want to store some data inside the file folder, then also I can lock my file folder, because whenever I want those data I can access those data accordingly. So ये भी security operating system में provide करते हैं. So these are the basic functionality. Resource manager जो ये parallel processing पे depend करता है. प्रोसेस मैनेजमेंट सीपीयू शेड्यूलिंग पे डिपेंड करता है. स्टोरेज मैनेजमेंट आपका फाइल मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम पे डिपेंड करता है. मेमोरी मैनेजमेंट ये रैम के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है जो कि मेमोरी मैनेज करता है. ये डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ हार्डवेयर के साथ इंटरेक्शन करता है. और सिक्योरिटी जो कि पासवर्ड प्रोटेक्टेड होता है इन ऑर्डर टू अवॉइड अनऑथराइज्ड एक्सेस बाय एनी अदर यूजर. Next concept is our advantages and disadvantages. Our last part of this operating functionalities. Our last concept is advantage and disadvantage. See, whatever I have told you in the very beginning, that if the operating system will be not there, then what will be the problem? You can consider that as an advantage. Next advantage, operating system provide a GUI for the user, that is graphical user interface for the user in the form of menu, icons and button. Whenever you are opening your system, different type of menu are appearing in front of screen. You are performing the task. Different type of icons are there in our screen. So those provided by the operating system, that provide a GUI so that user can perform those menu icons button on the screen. Now operating system also allow us to share the resources with other users. Operating system, any user same resources, that is also I told you in the concept of parallel processing. So different type of resources user can share with each other. It helps us understand the functionality of a computer. That is also the advantage of the operating system. Also user can interact with the operating system though user do not know the computer language. Means computer can only understand binary language, but though we user do not know, we do not know the language of the computer, still because of the operating system we can interact with the computer, because this is the operating system provides some mechanism so that user language can be translated to the machinable language and vice versa, so that it acts as a I told you earlier, it acts as a bridge between user and the hardware. Now these are, you can say, consider as the advantage of operating system. Now what is the disadvantage? If the operating system is corrupted, then it will affect entire system and system will not work, because our entire system is only work flexibly by operating system. So operating system, if it will be corrupted, then it will affect the entire system. And also operating system can be attacked by the viruses. So these are you can consider as the disadvantage of operating system. Thank you.